Hi guys, and welcome back to another video game with powers. I'm Jake. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my updated storage solution for Primal the Awakening, the board game here, alright? As Primal is now starting to get fulfilled around the world, I've had this here in the US for a couple of months now, and when I recently got it, I did a storage solution video where I combined some stuff together, but there was still a lot of boxes. And I just want to give a huge shout out to all of you guys in our community and those who are not a part of our community who commented on that video, giving me some tips and some pointers on how to condense some things a little further. And thus, I bring to you guys my storage solution here where I have managed to fit everything that was a part of the all-in everything Primal pledge down to only 3 boxes. Yes, that is correct, guys. You heard it here. I managed to fit everything in the all-in pledge down to 3 boxes. The core box, the sleeves box, and then one singular expansion box. So today's video, like I said, I just wanted to show you guys the updated storage solution that I have done to fit everything into these 3 boxes. All right, let's go ahead and start with the sleeves box. Then I'll do the core box, and then I will finish with this one small box right here. All right, guys, taking a look at this sleeve box. Now, I have managed to fit all of the cards in the game in this sleeve box, as well as the playmat and the game board here. And this does fit nice and neatly. There is no lid lift whatsoever when it comes to this sleeve box. So let me open this up real quick and show you guys. So the first thing I have on top here is the game board from the core box. And then I have the playmat here as well. So I have those 2 things on top. And then you can see we have all of the cards right here. And I'm actually going to turn this box this way so you guys can really quickly see how I've done some of the things. So if you've watched my previous video, I talked about how I organized all of the specific items and armors and things like that. So I have all my hunters over here in this little section, and I have the monsters in alphabetical order, starting here and moving all the way here. So they do still fit nice and neatly. I have the helms right here, the armors, the potions, the items, and the rewards. Now, the struggle for me in the original video, the storage solution, was I did not have these weapon cards sideways. All right, I had them up and down like this. So when I just stuck them in like this, all of them did not fit. However, thank you those of you who commented to actually turn them sideways and slip them in here, and they do fit perfectly. All right, so these are all the weapons from the expansions and the core box all in this. And basically just the way I have this organized is all of your base weapons and stuff like that. And the fire, I have fire all the way through crystal, and then I have the lightning, the metal, all of the expansion weapons here, and then the celestial weapons and stuff like that. So that was a change I made to be able to fit all of our weapons. The next change was I managed to, again, thank you guys who commented, all of our mini cards. So all of our mini Euro cards here, which is our quest cards and our attrition cards and things like that. And I do believe some expansion cards here. All of them will fit in this little tray right here. And then this little block right here is kind of like a miscellaneous tray for a lot of the expansion content. So I have put some of the expansions items into this item area, or the 5th player. Let me rephrase that. This little blocking right here is all of the 5th player expansion armors, helms, items, and stuff like that. All of that content. Now, like I said, some of this content is mixed in with the items, and you can see I still have a good amount of room, so I was able to do that. But if you look at this kind of grouping down here. I do have some wiggle room as well, so I could even put some of this stuff in here, but this is basically all the armors, the helms, and the items of the 5th player expansion. Everything else for the 5th player expansion is in the potions and whatnot. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. The last and final thing that I was having issues with is the recall right here, or the recall. Let me get him out. This little guy, if you watched my video, all of his stuff did not manage to fit. One of you guys commented and said that you put the poison. So if you look over here, if I can get this out. So this guy had poison cards or venom cards, all right? And one of you guys recommended to just stick the venom cards with the individual hunters, and that would free them some space. And that did that as well. But those are kind of the changes and adjustments that I've made with this sleeve box to be able to fit every single card in the game in this sleeve box. So that is exactly how I did it. You got your weapons here again. We got all of our mini hero cards, quest cards, things like that. This is miscellaneous stuff for the 5th player expansion. We got helms, armors, potions, items, rewards. We have all of the monsters in alphabetical order here, and then we have our we have the hunters, the six hunters right here in alphabetical order. Last thing, I snuck the expansion, these cards right here for that Mount Havoc expansion. I snuck them back there. But those are all the cards in the game available in the sleeve box, so they will fit without any issues. And then you guys can see right there, I just stack both of the boxes right on top, or the game board and the mat, and everything fits nice and snug. All right, that is the sleeve box. Okay, let's take a look at the core box really quickly. Let me zoom my camera out here because it's going to be a big one. Not any changes with the core box here. If you guys remember from the last time, I did combine some stuff, and I'll show you. Now, this box does have some lid lifts. Sometimes, depending on how you structure things in the box, it won't have a ton of lid lift, and sometimes it does, so you just gotta kind of have to play with it a little bit, all right? So let me go ahead and show you guys really quickly what I did. So of course, this is gonna be on top right here, but when we, sorry for the noise, when we open this up, you can see how I have everything structured right here. I have still the 4 main hunters that came in the original box. I did put the Nightmare expansion monsters in trays right here. You will see the terrain tray stacked on top just like this. And then underneath, what I've done is a lot of the tokens I've put in these individual baggies. Again, this is all very familiar from the original storage solution video that I had. And then I just have all of the forge cards, herbalist cards, all of the campaign sheets and things like that. And then I have the Nightmare expansion campaign book, which this should actually be somewhere else. I have the rule book, the campaign book itself. All right, rule book, campaign book itself. I have all of the monster and character boards, and then underneath that we have the quest board, okay? So that is how I layer all of this content in here, and everything else is separated out into baggies. So let me drop all this stuff in here really quickly for you guys. And this is the one where you can kind of play around with it a little bit and have some of this stuff going on the other side. Again, you just stack it up top like this, and then you would set this box, and this is the one you got to kind of play around with the board a little bit. And let me see if I can squeeze this in here for you guys very quickly. All right, so that's how it would be. Now you can see this does have a little lid lift right here, so I'm actually going to have to take this out and finagle it. If that happens, typically what happens is there's not enough space, so you need to have a little crack a little spacing in the crack there. So one of these edges of this plastic tray can slide down in there. So typically, if it's having that big lift, what you want to do is push it up just like this, and that should give it enough room to be able to slide down in there. And this is always the tricky one with this tray here. Let me you just got to pull the box out just a smidge to get the correct format. All right, let's see. I'm so close. We're so close. There we go. All right. See, that is a lot better. Not as much lid lift here on that side. So then you would just simply slide the box back on. Boom, boom, boom. And now we have completed the core box. Again, there is going to be some slight lid lift, if you guys can see right there. But sometimes Primal is a game that is so massive you might not move it, and you might be okay with it. Alrighty, let's take a look at the very last box. So this is the massive change coming. I have managed to combine a lot of the expansion stuff into this one ice expansion box. So this Nightmare expansion should actually be in here. So you would have the Nightmare Unleashed campaign book. You would have all of the rule books and campaign books for each of the individual expansions. So Mount Havoc, we got the rule book for the Feather expansion, Venom expansion, Nightmare expansion, Ice expansion. And then here are all the campaign books for the Feather expansion, Venom expansion, and Ice expansion. Now, before I open this box, I have committed a mortal sin here in the world of board gaming, and I have taken all of these expansion miniatures out of the protective plastic boxes and have just put them in the box itself. I know. Please shoot me later, all right? But this is how I've managed to do it. And the reason for me, I've managed to stack all these. So we have the Feather expansion, the two Pazis, and the Nergages, I think that's what it is. We have the two Ice, the Circage and the Mamaranth, and then we have the Rydal and the Hydar, as well as the two Hunter miniatures. And I'll go ahead and show you exactly kind of how I've stacked everything. I've tried to be as cautious as possible. So there is still some room here and some room here that I can maneuver stuff with. But like I said, guys, I don't really plan to lug Primal around. So this box will stay permanently on my shelf in this exact position. So these miniatures are not going to be moving around at all. But that's what I've managed to do. And so simply you take all of the campaign books, you take all of the rule books here, and what I do is the heavy side, I slide right over here on this edge right here, so it's not crushing really this or this. Now this part of this Mamaranth is very sturdy, so it can hold the weight. This part of the Recal will hold all of these books up as well. So structurally it's sound, and I don't have to worry about it really damaging any of the miniature pieces. But you slide them in there just like that. Slide the box on top, and now all of my expansion stuff is in this one singular box. All right, guys, well, look, that is my updated storage solution here for Primal, The Awakening. Being able to get all of that all-in content down into 3 boxes has really been a storage saver for all of these calyxes and stuff like that. I mean, look, there is a lot of content in Primal, and I was running out of space, so I was needing to find a way to kind of update this and save some space. But here it is, guys. That's exactly what we've done. This is my updated storage solution from the video I posted a couple months ago. If you guys have any other comments, please drop them down below. Let me know if you guys have been able to reduce this down to 3 boxes and what you guys kind of did, and maybe you did something different than I did, or maybe you kept one more box. But I think 3 boxes is sufficient enough. Of course, you got to do the core box and the sleeves box. Those are the 2 big boxes, right? But I think being able to condense all of that expansion content in this one small box has really been a game changer for me in terms of just storage solution and getting that content all into one place. And then of course, thank you guys so much for your feedback. Being able to get all of these cards in the sleeve box has been a game changer as well. But yeah, that's it, guys. This is the updated content. I got everything down from that all-in pledge into 3 boxes, and that is exactly how I did it. If you guys have any other questions, please go ahead and drop them down in the comments below of how I did certain things. Feel free to answer that. If you guys enjoyed this content, smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and as always, guys, go ahead and subscribe to our channel so we can keep bringing you some more awesome content. All right, guys, y'all have a great one. Bye.